Hi, thank you for purchasing your Cool Trade Robotic Trader and welcome to training. What we'd like to do is provide you with some training so that you can understand how to navigate the auto trader. So what this one is this is the Dow Long for Simulating 50,000. This is one of the strategies that comes with the system for demonstration and educational purposes so that you can start simulating and get a feel for the robotic trader and how it's going to perform and how it's going to trade the market for you. So what I'd like to do is kind of go through all the buttons and features in the auto trader. So feel free to go ahead and take some notes as I go, and we'll get you all the information that you need to run your trader and feel very comfortable with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start down here. And what I'd like to show you is down here we've got what's called the long watch list. And you can see it says long watch list here. And there's one stock that's on the watch list, which is MSFT. So that's Microsoft. And it just gives you some information right here. So the current bid is 27.79. The current ask is 27.80. Today's volume 27,496,243 shares have exchanged hands today. Today's change 0.07. Rule preventing the next trade. So it says max trades reached 6. So that actually what the rule preventing the next trade is going to tell you is what rule is preventing it from opening up a new position. So I just wanted to start with the long watch list, but let's go ahead and jump up here and we'll go ahead and just start with this first box. So this first box, what this is doing is it's telling you what the start times are for your strategy and what the stop time is for your strategy. So the start time here is 9:30 a.m., which is Eastern Standard Time. And the stop time is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what that's just referring to is when it will start looking to open new positions and when it will stop looking to open new positions. Then below that we have time remaining. So there's 3 hours and 21 minutes left in the trading session. So if you're running a short strategy, then it is also going to tell you what your start times and stop times are for your short strategy. Now this particular robotic trader is just running a long strategy. So you just take a look at the long times and that's it. So that is what this box is. Now right below there you'll see max trades, and you can see that this is set to purchase 6 positions, and it has done so. It has Alcoa, Bank of America, Cisco, GE, HPQ, and Intel. So it has opened up 6 positions right away, and that's telling us how many positions that it can buy, and that can be set, and we'll get into that in the strategy wizard later. So that's the first box. Now let's go ahead and look at the next box here, which is just going to give us a little bit of market information. So we've got the Dow, which is down 18 currently, and we have the NASDAQ, which is down 16 currently, and we've got the S&P 100, which is down 6 currently. And then right below that, we've got some E-mini information. So let's go ahead and look above that, and it says program trading halted. So click to resume trading. So when you want to switch back and forth between auto trading and manual trading, you can just click this button. But by clicking this button, I'm just going to give the robotic trader control again. Now when you turn it on, it's already going to have control, but if you want to halt trading and go into manual mode, then you can. So I'm going to go ahead and close that window. So you'll see up top now it is trading in stealth mode. So the system is on autopilot and it is managing your positions for you and applying the rules of your strategy. All right, so that is that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this block right here. So you'll see that it says buy long, add to watch list, sell short, add to watch list, close all long, and close all short. So if you manually want to buy or sell stocks, you can do that here. If you want to manually add a position to your watch list, you can also do that here. So you can close all of your positions, or you can add positions to your watch list by using these buttons right here. And right here, you can also manually manage your positions if you wish. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and skip over to account value, and let's look at these 5 buttons up top here, and let's walk through each one and just kind of talk about them. So account value is going to tell you what your current account value is. This one started with 50,000, and I just turned it on today for this training purpose. And then funds allocated, the robotic trader went ahead and opened up 6 positions. So it has $10,851 that's currently allocated. Now funds available, you will see 39,149. So the funds available are there for when the market goes down. So when the market goes down, this strategy is going to add to the positions. So if any of these stocks drop, I believe it's by 5%, the robotic trader is going to buy more. The purpose of that is to always be in the game and always buying and selling. You don't want to throw all of your funds out into the market right away. You always want to be in the game buying and selling, and that's the way this particular strategy for simulating is set up. So that is the first button, account values. Now that button is also going to tell you if you're using margin. So this says utilize 2-to-1 margin. It's not using the margin. If you wanted to, it would show you funds available of 100,000, but it says regardless of account balance, Cool Trade should never utilize more than 50,000. You can really set that for whatever you want. Now up here it says utilize 4-to-1 margin. So 4-to-1 margin is something that some day traders will use, and some brokers, and it depends on the broker, will give you a 4-to-1 margin for day trading purposes, but you will have to sell your positions at the end of the day, and go back to at least a 2-to-1 margin at the end of the day if you're going to carry positions overnight. All right, so if you want to edit any of this, you can just click the edit button. If you want, for simulating purposes, if you'd like to edit your account value, you can do that here. And I clicked edit and it brought up this screen here. So on this screen you can see it says use 2-to-1 margin buying power. So if you don't want to use that, you just uncheck it. 4-to-1, this is only for day traders and people that really understand what they're doing, but we'll go ahead and uncheck that, and we'll just leave those boxes unchecked here for our demonstration purposes. Now, regardless of account balance, Cool Trade should never utilize more than this amount. So what this one is telling us here is we can set this for whatever we want. If we only want, say that we have an account with $100,000 at TD Ameritrade, but we only want the robotic trader to use 25,000, then we could set that for 25,000, and then the robotic trader will know not to utilize more than 25,000. So that's how that works. And you can set that for whatever you want or whatever you're comfortable with. So for simulating purposes, if you need to change any of these, you can do this very easily by just clicking edit, and then you go ahead and change your current balance for simulating, and you can modify that whenever you would like. All right, so that's how that works. Now we're going to go ahead and click cancel. And that's going to go ahead and close that. So now we're back here. Let's look at the next button, which is connectivity. So connectivity, if you lose your internet connection, it'll tell you what time you lost your internet connection and what time the robotic trader was able to restore that connection. So you can you get a little report here of when you lost the internet connection and when it was able to restore it, if that happens to you. Now, show charts. What this is going to do is it's just going to show you the activity of your stock during a trading session. And you can just click on any one of these here if you'd like to. You can see Cisco here. It says SCS, CSCO, and you can click on any of these and change them. So AA is Alcoa. You can click on, just double click on it, and it should come up. GE is, and you can see what the stock's doing during the day. So that's how that works. Show charts, just to show you what it's doing during the trading session. Now, let's go over to show trades. Now, show trades is going to show us any positions that we opened or closed during the trading session. So this is just a summary of what trades were done on any given day. So buy 100 shares, and this is Intel, and it gives you the price. You can see 12 p.m. buy 100 shares HPQ 21.29. It bought GE. So it's just going to give you a list of the positions that it opened, and you can use that as a quick reference. And any of the positions that it sells during a trading session will be listed here as well. Now, let's click on the next one. So system activity, what this is telling you what the robotic trader is processing. So you can see set active symbol data, check new position rules, checking rules to add to current positions, set active symbol data, check new position rules. So this robotic trader is really designed to be a number crunching machine. So what it's really doing is it's taking the rules of your strategy and applying it to the data that's coming down from the exchange or your broker, and it's making applying those rules, and it's making decisions based on the rules of your strategy and the data that's coming down. So that's what the system activity is. It's really impressive, the number crunching capabilities of the Cool Trade robotic trader. So that's that. So I'll click back to account value there. Now what we're going to do is take a look at this middle section here, and we can just run through each one of these columns. So let's actually start up here where it says positions. You can see it says long positions, and this is a long strategy. A long strategy indicates that we're running a strategy with the expectation that the stocks are going to go up. So we've got 6 positions. On the short side, it says 0, and it says 0 because we do not have a short strategy checked in the strategy wizard. So this is just carrying out a long strategy. So the first column here, it says symbols. So our symbols that we have are AA, which is Alcoa, BAC, which is Bank of America, CSCO, which is Cisco, and then we have GE and HPQ and Intel for a total of 6 stocks. So let's just kind of look through and see what the robotic trader is doing. So let's go ahead and look at this first one. So we've got Alcoa. The next column is going to tell us which side we're on. So this is a long strategy, so it's going to tell you that it's a long position, and the action, which is right below it, what we're trying to do is sell that stock. So that's what we're trying to do. The next column here is position and quantity. So the first line here is it's telling us that we have a total of 100 shares on this position for this strategy, and our quantity is 100 as well. So if we were adding 2 positions, then it would tell us how many total shares that we have. But since we just started this one, we only have 100 shares in this column for each one of these stocks. So it's trading 100 share lots. All right, the next column here is the average cost and the entry price. So the average cost and the entry price, since we just turned this on, are going to be exactly the same. But with the strategy, as it plays out, you're going to have multiple positions. The robotic trader is going to open up new positions, as the stocks are moving around. So it'll actually tell you what the average price is in this column, and and then it's also going to tell you the entry price here. So the entry price is here. Then we've got our limit price. So our limit price is our goal, which is predefined in our strategy when we set that up. So what this is telling us, the limit price is telling us what the robotic trader is looking to make. So the entry price here was $8.61, and the goal is to make to sell that stock at $9.29. So that's what the limit price is. So for Bank of America, it's $12.96. Cisco, 23.32. So that's the limit price. Now the next column is price to go. So this is showing us how far we need to go to reach our profit goal. So right here we've got 69 cents on Alcoa. On Bank of America we've got 95 cents. On Cisco we have $1.66, and GE we have $1.81. So that is our price to go column. Now the next column here is position, and that's position change here. So this is telling us that it is down 1 penny. Bank of America is up 1 penny, and remember I just turned this one on, so it just started opening positions. Cisco is up 6 cents since it opened. So we're trading 100 share lots in this particular strategy for simulating, and you can see this one's down $1. 1 penny times 100 is $1. And then Bank of America is up $1. Cisco is up $6. GE's up $5. HPQ is up $9. So that's how that works. So let's take a look at this next column here, because this is a very important one. So the net P&L only refers to your open positions. So you have your open positions here: Intel, HPQ, GE, Cisco, Bank of America, and Alcoa. So we just turned this machine on, so we're up $25 total for all of those positions. So that's what the net P&L is. That is only on the open positions. Then we have today's P&L, and it says we're up 24, so 24 and 24. And the reason that these match is because I just turned this on today. So if we had been running this for a period of time, the net P&L would be one number, and then today's P&L would tell you if you're gaining ground or if you're heading in the wrong direction. So it's today's P&L is just going to tell you, is your portfolio improving, or is it going the other way? So the next column here is the bid price, and that's going to tell you what the bid is. And then the next column here is the ask price. So you sell on the bid and you buy on the ask when you buy and sell stocks. So that's how that works. So you've got the ask price here and the bid price here. Now the next column is volume reached. So the volume reached is going to show you how many shares have exchanged hands of each one of these stocks. So there's 9 million here. Bank of America, 107,301,000 shares. Cisco, 19,308,000 shares. GE, 26 million shares. And this is today's volume. So the next one here is change. So this column here shows how much that stock has moved today. And status is telling us, are we in manual mode or are we in stealth mode? And we are in stealth mode. What stealth mode means is the robotic trader is self-contained on your computer. So it's not floating limit orders out in public view for the institutional computers to monitor what you're doing in professional day traders. Stealth mode means that it's running on your computer and nobody knows what you're doing except for you and your robotic trader. So that's what stealth mode indicates. So that covers that, and you can see the robotic trader is just processing a tremendous amount of information here. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other files here. We've got file button here, and we've got my subscription, trader preferences, strategy preferences, positions, display, downloads new software, download previous version, download developer version. You have some options here. If you want to use them, you can. So download developer version, there are free updates with Cool Trade. So you don't have to pay for an update. Every couple of months, it's not a bad idea to download the developer version, and that way you'll ensure that you have the latest and the greatest. The next one here is View Cool Trade Community Board. So if you want to go on the community board and ask a question about a strategy, or if you need assistance, you can use the community board and other members of the community will respond to you. View Cool Trade Manual. So if you would like to look at the manual, you certainly can do that. You just click there, and if you want to download the manual, it's actually 55 pages, but it will go through all of the buttons and all of the features for you. So if you'd like to do that, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out here, and we'll flip back over and go back to view tutorials, view Cool Trade website, open new brokerage account. If you'd like to open a new brokerage account through the Cool Trade system, then you just click on the broker that you'd like to open up a new account with. So go ahead and close that out, and it will take, when you click on those buttons, it'll take you right to the broker to start filling out the application. Next, send an email to Cool Trade. If you'd like to do that, you can here. If you need to change your password for your robotic trader, you can do that here. Schedule disk check and repair. It's available here, and that'll clean up your hard drive for you. If you would like to do that, you can click on that. About Cool Trade, help, and log off, clear all passwords. So if you wanted to log off and clear all your passwords and start a new strategy for simulating, you can use that here. All right, that's the file button. Now let's go ahead and look at blocked. So if there was a symbol that showed up on your watch list and you did not want the robotic trader to buy that stock, you could simply just enter it in here. So let's say that we didn't want to buy Microsoft. We just put MSFT in here, and we would click to add that symbol to the block list, and you can see that it's now there. Now if we want to remove it from the block list, all we need to do is click remove that symbol from the block list and click return. Alright, so that's blocked. Now we can look at the charts real quick. If you want to apply simple moving averages, exponential moving averages, any of these indicators here to a chart, you have the ability to do that. There's a lot of charting software out there and available, and certainly the brokers have a lot of tools available at your disposal. If you want to use those, you can. There's plenty of tools out there if you want to dissect charts and look at all of that. So let's go to the next one, which is exceptions. So if you ever have a position that does not get filled, it will get populated into the exceptions folder. So what that means is if the robotic trader sent the broker an order for a position and the broker didn't have any shares for you to buy, then it would get deposited into the exceptions folder here. After the trading session, it will probably go back onto your watch list, but if you'd like to pursue it further, then you just need to call your broker, and you can talk to the broker about that. Okay, so let's look at the next one. So my subscriptions here. So if you follow Jim Cramer, Cool Trade automated Jim Cramer a few years ago. So if you had an account with thestreet.com, their Action Alerts Plus, you could enter your username and your password, and click validate. And if you wanted to have your robotic trader follow Jim Cramer, if Jim tells you to buy a stock, the robotic trader will open the position for you, and conversely, if he tells you to sell the stock, it'll sell it for you. You can use Jim Cramer's action alerts. Now let's go ahead and look at the next one, which is personal. So personal is going to allow you to add a position to the watch list. So if you're running a long strategy or a short strategy, you can enter a symbol, and you can enter symbol here and click add my symbol to my personal watch list. Now what that's going to do is when you click return, it will get deposited onto your long watch list, and then the robotic trader is going to apply the rules of your strategy to that particular stock. So if the rules for your strategy are true, it will open up a position, but that's how you add that to your watch list, and it's going to follow the rules for your strategy. So you want to make sure if you use this feature that the stocks that you're putting in there are consistent with the rules of your strategy. So if you were running a short strategy, you could do that over here and add a symbol to your short watch list. So we'll go ahead and click return, and you can see that it actually put HAL, which is Halliburton, there. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the blocked, and I'll type in HAL, and we'll go ahead and click return, and it will take it off. So there, we just took it off. So now let's talk about the Preferences tab. So we'll go ahead and open the Preferences tab here. And what I want to share with you here is you have a few options. If you want to make the font size larger, you have the ability to do that here. If you want to, play with these different colors, you can here. We're gonna skip over this section here. It schedules a weekly check disk, which is recommended, which will clean up your operating system once a week. Close your broker application on program exit. That's checked. And schedule trader to start each day is set for 6:30. If you want to change those, you can. You really don't need to do anything with that, but they are there for you if you would like. And we're going to skip over the remote control access. Would like to share my strategies. So if you'd like to share your strategies, you can check that box, and you can tell it to display your name as anonymous or display name as new user too. Now, the next box here is kind of an important one to talk about. So if you're using your task scheduler, so your task scheduler is launching the program every day, after you've accepted the Cool Trade terms and conditions once and you don't want to see that box again, you can put a check mark here under Auto Accept Cool Trade terms and conditions. The next box is auto acceptance of Cool Trade entry, suppress trade confirmation pop-up. So that's gonna keep any pop-ups from interfering with your task scheduler and the trader. And then you want to check this box here, suppress fully automated trader running message. So that's going to eliminate any pop-ups and messages that will appear that could interfere with the auto trader running. So you want to make sure that all four of those boxes are checked, and once they're checked, then you're ready to move on. All right, so up here, if you would like to get an email every time the robotic trader does a trade, you could put a check mark next to that box, and then you will get a email which just tells you that it did a trade. We all get enough emails in life, so I personally don't use it, and most of our clients don't use it. The average Cool Trade subscriber does about 5 trades a day, so it gets a little annoying after about 2 days. So next, we can skip over this one, handling of odd lot shares resulting from stock splits. So this is default set to sell off the odd lot shares. If you are in a position where there is a stock split, the robotic trader knows how to handle it. If you're someone that wants to change that preference, you can do that here. So the next box is stop all round trips when day trades remaining is less than one. So let's talk about this because it's an important one. It says enforce SEC day trader rules for accounts under 25,000. So if you have less than 25,000 in your brokerage account, the robotic trader is automatically going to keep you compliant and prevent you from breaking any rules. So the SEC day trading rules state that you can't make more than 3 round trips in a 5-day period. So what that means, a round trip is if you open a position Monday and you close it Monday, that is 1 round trip. If you open the position on Monday and close it Tuesday, that is not considered a round trip. So that's what this is here, and it comes default already set. Those boxes are checked to keep you compliant. Now, this box here we already covered, so if you need to edit, regardless of my account balance, cool trade should never utilize more than this amount, you can. And if you need to edit your current account value, if you want to change strategies, you can do that here. And then you can also manage whether or not you use your margin, if you have a margin with your broker. So then we'll go ahead and click Save Changes and close that. And the next button we're going to discuss is the Reports button. So we'll go ahead and click on Reports here. And what this is it's going to tell us what positions we have closed. So this is really a quick reference where you want to go while you're simulating so that you can see how the robotic trader is doing and how your strategy is doing. So if I pull this over here, you notice you have a bunch of different options. So you've got all symbols here, or you can create a report for one stock. So after you run the robotic trader for a year, you may do 30 trades on one stock, and you may just want to look at those, and you could just do that here and type in whatever the symbol is, and then the robotic trader will run a report just on that one stock. So let's go back to all symbols here. Long, so short, so it's going to run a report for long and short. We're not running a short strategy here, but it's going to run a report for you. And then show closed trades. So that's what we want to look at. If you want to run a report and look at your open trades, you can do that here. So show closed trades, and then you can look at a report for today, for the past week, the past month, or the past year. So I always select past year if it's within 1 year, and then click Create Report. And then it'll tell you what stocks you've closed and how much profit you've taken on your strategy. So next box here is when you've been running the robotic trader for more than a year, then you can just set the dates that you want to set to look at your report over 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you can run a report and it will show you all of the closed trades that it's done over that period of time. So that's how that works. We'll go ahead and click Create Report, and I'll just talk to you about this real quick. Since I turned this robotic trader on today, it has not closed any positions yet because it just started. So we've got our open, and this will give you the date that it opened the position, the time that it opened the position, the date it closed the position, the time that it closed the position, the symbol, whether it was long or short, what the buy price was, what it sold it for, how many shares, and how much profit you made. And then grand total will go ahead and total up all of the all of your profits that you've taken for your grand total. So that is your gross profit, not your net profit. You have to then subtract out whatever your net inventory is. But you can always just look at your current account value, and that's going to tell you how much you're up or how much you're down. So that's how that works. Now let's go ahead and click on rules here. So what the rules button does, it gives you a quick reference of the rules of your strategy, and it'll actually show you the math on any one of the symbols. So if you had a whole bunch of rules in your strategy, the robotic trader would be doing the calculations minute by minute for you, managing all of the rules of the strategy and looking for opportunities. So that's the rules button. Now, let's go ahead and click sectors here. So this sectors button, what this does is it goes through, it shows you all of the sectors and then breaks them down by sector. Dow 30, NASDAQ 100, S&P 100, basic materials, conglomerates, consumer goods, financials, healthcare, industrial goods, services, technology. But this shows you the percentage of stocks up versus the percentage of stocks down minute by minute during the trading session. So 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 30. So 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minutes. So that's how that works. So if it's green, the green is the percentage of stocks up, red is the percentage of stocks down. So you can see that in the last 1 minute, 46% of the stocks were of all stocks were up and 50% were down. 30 minutes ago, 53% were up and 31% were down. So that's the sector graph, and that's how that works. Now, we have additional video help here. And we've pretty much covered the robotic trader here and all of the buttons and features. But if you want to watch those additional videos, certainly you can. So that concludes that. The next part is going to be on the strategy wizard, which I will go ahead and begin in just a moment.